Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button as soon as you come in the building. We're gonna jump right into this. Let me know where y'all from as soon as y'all come in the building. So look, we know for a fact one thing, can't nobody get it out their mind or even set aside the fact that J Prince Sr. went on the show for a reason. At the end of the day, we know for a fact that they set up Takeoff, and Quavo, he realized he stepped outside just so his nephew can get sent up. They didn't think it was gonna go down like that. At the end of the day, we know this. You can't point the blame at nobody on the Migos side. Y'all can't keep saying that Migo Bands had nothing to do with it for the simple fact that Migo Bands was the security for Takeoff. At the end of the day, we know this. People take things for granted. You can't do that. J Prince, he messed up when he even went on the show. We're gonna wait for some people to get up in here, y'all. In all actual reality, we know for a fact that it's too many people who sat there and looked at the fact that J Prince and Offset beef is over Takeoff getting sent up. Like real life, it's boiling over at this point. Fans blaming Gillie the Kid and Wallo for heating up the pot. For one reason, J Prince used their platform to spark up everything that's going on, man. He could have shut up. Like at the end of the day, he didn't have to open his mouth and expose nothing that was going on. The Rap A Lot Records done closed off his recent, you feel me, his recent interview. He ain't really want to put them out there with that type of excruciating evidence and information to this conjunction of what happened to Takeoff. People know for a fact that Offset, his intern, hey, he just trying to defend his people. He just trying to defend his people. At the end of the day, Jay Prince singing was out of line when he even let Mike Prince say anything. How's y'all speaking on a man who ain't no kin to y'all? And then they said Offset ain't been around him all his life. Come on now, man. Be real logical about this, man. Be for real about this. Because if you really pay attention to it, we know for a fact that the fans labeling MobTies as a game. Like, we know this, man. And they realize, looking at it like, them boys gonna catch a Rico. You see what happened to Thug. You see what happened to everybody who thought it was sweet, especially after some other past interviewers declined. They declined any interview for MobTies. So I want to let y'all know, man, the receipts is here, man. If you want to come on the panel, come on the panel. Let me know how you feel. He had 4 interviews, that's too much. And just like you said, Corey Parker, Gillie and Wallo, hey, that was you know what type of contract that was at the end of the day. That little bingo. Hey, you right. I just don't understand. I can't seem to figure out, like, why is it MobTies study coming up and everything that go on? Like, real talk. We know for a fact that Offset been dealing with a lot of this stuff for the past few days, man. Don't nobody want to have to wake up and go through that every single day. Jay Prince Jr. regret even doing the interview on Gillie the Kid's show, man. And the fact is, don't nobody think that Lil Cam gonna real life do no real time for that, man. The only reason why the feds is thinking about questioning Gillie and Wallo is for one reason. They exposed too much. He could have instantly told them to disclose less information as possible. But did Jay Prince expose MobTies motive and Takeoff open Rico case? Yes, he did. Like, at the end of the day, say salute to the art of war. Hey, I want to let y'all know one thing that I sit back and really realize. I realized the fact that they ain't letting up on that man, because even though Migo Vance ain't spoke out right away, even though Takeoff sat back and said, you know what, they did that to my people, but we gonna realize, we gonna get out and get back regardless of what's going on. They not John Gotti, they ain't the mob. For some reason, Jay Prince think they the mob. Like, people need to pay attention to what's going on, man, because that ain't nothing but a target on your back, man, at the end of the day. Said they ain't asked no real question. They didn't ask no real question. Everything was steered towards a certain narrative. I want y'all to really look at that, because everything that we know about this case, the evidence points right to everybody who was there, who was a part of MobTies, because they were supposed to be his security. Am I right or am I wrong? You can't hide this. You can't make this up. And I know I do a lot of capping, but in all actual reality, man, they told on themselves. Like, everything that was told, it came straight from the horse's mouth. How you think Takeoff's sister feel about this, man? How you think Offset and his baby mama Cardi B feel about this, man? They the ones who gotta sit back and mourn for this man. At the end of the day, folks, like we know for a fact that people need to realize, fall back and stop really putting themselves out there, putting their life in jeopardy. You can't be going to these different states thinking people gonna protect you that you don't know. You cannot be going to. It say the feds are already on them MobTies rap a lot. They've been on them for the longest. For one reason, they've been putting in a lot of work and a lot of bodies been real live getting sent up. At the end of the day, a lot of people been sitting there saying like these people caused this upon themselves. They in their face but apply no pressure. You see what I'm saying? This make me really think that Offset should have just went in on them. Like at the end of the day, you don't talk about nobody's family like that. You don't even sit there and you can't go out there and put your neck out there for nobody who ain't your family. Like at the end of the day, you can't speak upon nothing that has something to do with you in a sense, but it's really not your business. People know what's going on, man. They tried to cover up everything that happened with Takeoff, and it backfired. They tried to put a lot of people out there, boy. They think they run Houston. They don't run Houston. You ain't lying, Ash. At the end of the day, we know this. Hey, sweet baby strawberries. Sweet baby strawberries. Hey, they think they run Houston. At the end of the day, yeah, it is sad. It's no reason the people who was there shouldn't have been questioned by the feds. Why was it that everybody was able to go home while Takeoff people was the only ones had to stand right there and wait for the ambulance to come and everything, man? Like at the end of the day, folks, a lot of y'all from the streets, so y'all know. People really need to fall back with certain things, man, and really look at things for what it is. The feds not taking this too lightly. Hey, sweet baby. It's a by law, if they hired them as security, supposed to be contract where the accountability comes in. Okay. You right. Them facts. Like real talk, cause the people who was with him was the main ones who sent them up. And then one thing that Jay Prince Singer said that really made me look at him a whole totally different way. You can't sit there and say, oh, you can't run up on nobody who got a weapon on them. What you mean? The people who got the weapon on them is with you. How dumb do you sound? Like real talk. Some people gotta know that, okay, this don't look right. This look fishy. I'm gonna do some investigation on it. Like y'all know, people get set up left or right. Yeah. Man, they gotta take off chain, man. That chain worth 1M. I want y'all to really look at that, man. RIP Takeoff. Everybody know for a fact that it's too many people who play the role in this, but in a sense, you can't get mad at nobody for what they do. You can't get mad at nobody because we know one thing. We know the main characters that play the role in this, Lil Cam. And then don't forget about DJ Pat. What's the update on DJ Pat? He just out. Yeah, DJ Pat he's just out. You feel me? He bonded out. no house arrest. Y'all got to look at the strategic move that's been played in this, man. Because at the end of the day, we know for a fact that Wallo and Gillie, they kind of made a bad decision by letting them even ask certain things out on the show about an open Rico case. You can put your finger on the fact that everybody sit back and look at the fact how it went viral so quick, and the only reason it went viral was because J. Prince Sr. went in on Takeoff. I don't blame Takeoff for even retaliating. At the end of the day, we can't take this stuff for granted, man.
This police report, where he's, killing on everything he can tell on Jazz, and you know what I mean, moving on to say he was trying to be robbed, and don't nobody want to rob. Them little dudes, the last thing they would have done, violated and tried to rob Quavo. Me and Quavo done walked in the hood of Fifth Ward, me, him, and Jazz, by ourselves, in the whole hood.
So you mean to tell me that Quavo had more, he had more protection in Fifth Ward than Takeoff, and they was together? Tell me someone going on behind the scenes.
And by the time we hit a few corners, we had 100 plus walking with him. You know what I mean? So he know firsthand, but no, that's like a lie. Justify that dumb shit that he done. That's just the root of the shit, man. If I could change it, I would change it. If I was God, I would have reached and grabbed and stopped the bullet from getting the loved one, because I love him that much. You know what I mean? But I was in a bed sleep.
Just to elaborate on that, man. I think, like I had spoke before and said, that the biggest thing is just me thinking about that whole night and that whole situation, to where, like you guys spoke on, how so many speak about the family, how one should have been in control, why it happened, this, that, and another. You know what I'm saying? Well, we not God. Believe him. We don't fear no man. You know what I'm saying? Because we follow him, first and foremost. And personally, I asked myself, was it anything else that could have been done to manicure that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because we so used to molding and respect.
How's they so used to anything? Like, I want y'all to really pay attention to that, man. Like, y'all know this. Hey, if you look at them, it's like it's scripted. It's like they knew exactly what they was gonna say. They already told Gillie to look the way that he was looking on the video, man. Hey, it's really upsetting to see somebody of this nature even come out, you feel me, and come at this man like this.
And this ain't got nothing to do with this situation right here, but what I'm seeing in the rap culture is that a lot of dudes was in the neighborhood, only thing they did was rap. They even played sports, they rap. But soon as they got the millions and they got a bunch of dudes that's in the street that now gonna listen to them because they want to go for the ride, they want to get taken care of, they want to get broke off. Now they become this ultimate street nigga. They talk to people crazy, they carry themselves crazy, they on social media talking gangster shit. Any real dude that ever operated outside of the law, did penitentiary time, or didn't go to the penitentiary, was in the street game, ducking the police, ducking the stick-up man, ducking the...
That's a thing to do, because like Mike said, it was so unnecessary. It wasn't even that type of atmosphere. Y'all talking about a basketball game. A 2-on-2. Man, a 2-on-2, and now you can turn a misdemeanor into a felon.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of people seen the video. It was a few seconds. And Junior, they seen you walking by. We understand that, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. But they seen you walking by, he's laying on the ground. Mike bending down and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
It's the crazy thing about that video, right? Is one scenario is that they see Mike on the ground trying to help Takeoff. But in the video, Mike was right behind me.
How?
People didn't peep that. People think that I'm the one who had a voice. I mean, I'm the one who was speaking in the video, and I wasn't. If you go back and look at the video, Mike is walking right behind me. They took 3 seconds of a situation where I was caught on video and turned it into what they wanted it. But in all actuality, we had been there for a while. Mike was following me so we can go to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands. And so he can enlighten me to what transpired, because I wasn't even out there when this transpired. I was inside paying a bill. So I had no knowledge of what had transpired outside. As I'm walking I had just got done paying the bill. As I'm walking to the door, I hear gunshots. And then I also hear bullets coming through the glass. So I got out the way because I was almost at the door. So I ended up getting out the way. And sadly, what had taken place had taken place. But in that 3-second clip, it was me and Mike walking to the restroom so he can wash the blood off his hands and so he can enlighten me to what transpired outside. Whatever that dude.
All right, Jelly Bean, listen up.
At the end of the day, we know for a fact that it was a lot of false things been put out there. We know for a fact that they said different stories.
Don't try to give me that shit, but they do. You know what I mean? And I learned to accept the things that I can't change the things that I can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. You know what I mean? Because, you know, with us and with the success that we have attained for so many years, bringing about a certain jealousy and envy and all that kind of shit with it, man, until, you know, it's like a snowball effect where you really can't stop it. And, you know, I give you a story my 114-year-old great-grandmother gave me.
It's being betrayed. You know what I'm saying? By someone that we care about and love also as brothers. That's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to enlighten the world. Let them know y'all got it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we messed up about this too. You know what I'm saying, me? And all respect to Takeoff's family. You know what I'm saying? Me as loved ones. We love them and respect them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 hour was took that night. You know what I'm saying, man? Like bro say, behind this clown, man, we don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? When we say move, we move. When one leg move that way, the other leg gonna move that way. We don't have no out of bounds clown shit going on in our family. This nigga came down here and he was out of line. And he stepped out of bounds, man, without permission. Quavo told me, after I told him, I said, nephew, stop talking about basketball, leave it alone. He said, Unc, you right, let's go. Cause I don't want to do nothing to one of these niggas before I do something to one of these niggas. This dude took upon himself to go trying to violate people that didn't violate nobody. That was sitting there humble, wasn't exchanging words, wasn't being disrespectful. He just decided he wanted to be a bully that night and prove something to someone, I don't know, probably because he's the biggest guy out there, I don't know what it was. But we started walking off. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody in the family violate nobody. A man is gonna defend himself. So I can't tell a man not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even see that coming. You know, as soon as he made his move and struck an individual, I'm like, what you doing? But everything happened like that. And I didn't see no gun in his hand, because I would have spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that till clippings after.
You would have look.
Already standing.
You would have spoke on that. Why wouldn't you would have avoided everything from happening instead of speaking on it? Like real talk, you could have stopped that.
Yeah. So he already had his mind on something that shouldn't have been. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't something that we could control, see coming, stop, or none of that, because it wasn't one of ours. You're not of us. Because you was of us, it wouldn't have never happened. You stepped out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And
listen to that tape. They can hear a little homie saying, yeah, you know, niggas gonna gamble, man. You know, all around the world, you know, people gamble, people do different
And it's
things.
sad.
And that shit was happening before we were born. It's gonna be happening after we die. You know what I mean?
We can all actual reality pay attention to this man, open our eyes to the fact of what's really going on, because they looking at Gillie like, Gillie, you should have never went to Fifth Ward, man. Like, at the end of the day, we know for a fact there's too many people involved in this, man. RIP Takeoff. I want y'all to hit the like button if y'all rocking with Takeoff. Throw them RIP Takeoffs and throw them rockets in the comment section. Hit the like button, share this video.